Tell him you want to taste him. And don't hold back. Nothing is sexier than a woman who knows what she wants. Let your freak flag fly, baby. Most men will be very, very turned on by sex noises. And that's one of the best ways to get him hard. So say things like, I want you, daddy. I want to feel you inside of me. I'm so wet right now. And you're saying these things in places that he knows he has no choice but to restrain himself. And peradventure, you're saying these things knowing that you're driving yourself home. You're not driving with him to his place, or he's not driving with you to your place. And you just go your separate ways. Do you know you will run through his mind over and over and over again? So if you invariably want a man to fall in love with you, you need to build it slowly. Let there be a slow agony, such that when the time comes for a sweet release, he would know that he fought for it. Listen, if you're planning to be a seductress, you need to understand that half of the seduction game is usually played in the mind, not just on the body alone. And of course, you know that your art of seduction is at its finest when you can tease your man without touching him. And so in this episode, I will show you 15 ways to tease a man without touching him, and boom! He is all excited. He's all turned on for you and you alone. Are you ready? Let's get it. Let's go. Listen, sex is an art form. Anyone can do it, but it takes skills, it takes practice, it takes creativity to do it so well. But on the flip side of things, seduction is a complex and pretty much exciting game. There is so much that goes into turning a man on aside from just touching alone. And to be honest, teasing a man can be so mentally stimulating, not just for the man alone, but for you as a woman. Of course, teasing, as we all know, is a great way to build up sexual tension. And best believe that the release, oh my God, the release will be all the more so sweeter when you maximize the sweet agony of delay. And seduction is all about the delay. That's why it is sweet. Ladies, I'm sure that we do know that men want what they can't have, which is why creating no mistake and building up tension is just a great way to have an underwhelming and flatline sexual experience that you don't want to have. So number one, ladies, take advantage of a place he wouldn't be able to fully pull his pants down, like the park, the workplace, the workplace is a forbidden fruit kind of sweet place to turn someone on, because the naughtiness of acting inappropriately in a place where you can't break the rules will just definitely turn on this guy even more crazier. Some of you don't even understand. You don't know the power of just dropping your pen on the floor so that you bend over to pick up that pen slowly, and then you just pop that ass out. Now, that's one killer seductive game in the book, especially when he's so into you. So reach for something on your desk seductively and drape yourself on that desk and lick or tease that office pen in your mouth while he's talking. See, men are very visual creatures, and he will not be able to resist you spilling sex appeal all over the place. Honestly. Number two, men love eye contact. Never ever shy away from looking at a man straight in his eyes and enslaving him in your sexy, knowing gaze, baby. You would leave him in a trance that he cannot snap out from. And you'll drive him insane. And of course, have it at the back of your mind that lips are one of many areas a man gazes. Lick bite or you just poke your lips and drive him insane. Do not leave anything left unsexualized, and surely you will drive him off the edge of sexual build-up. What makes sex really exciting and unforgettable for most men is the build-up to it. If you can learn how to build up the tension before the actual thing happens, when the actual thing does happen, you will have your fingers imprinted in that man's mind. That's the trick, the build up. That's why it's very important for you to take time out. Go steady and slow. The slower, the more painful, the more agonizing, the more harder he will be in that trunk between his legs. Number 3, try and make teasing sounds. See, anytime you catch the chance, like you get the chance, make teasing sex noises to drive him off the edge. Men love audios. And if you give him moaning sounds or pleasurable ones in a place where he cannot do anything for release, he's sure going to be hit up like crazy for you. Make him go crazy with needs and talk dirty to him in places that he knows he cannot do the things that he would love to do to you. Most men will be very, very turned on by sex noises. And that's one of the best ways to get him hard. So say things like, I want you, daddy. I want to feel you inside of me. I'm so wet right now. And you're saying these things in places that he knows he has no choice but to restrain himself. And peradventure, you're saying these things knowing that you're driving yourself home. You're not driving with him to his place, or he's not driving with you to your place, and you just go your separate ways. Do you know you will run through his mind over and over and over again before anything or anyone else? You would have him strategizing on what he would love to do with you. You would have him having daydreams of you. You would have him stripping you of your clothes in his mind. Don't play this game if you don't want to have anything to do with that guy. Number 4, play with your hair. Flip it around and run your fingers through it. Men like hair on the head, at least. They like tugging it. They like pulling it. They like playing with it. So when you're talking to a man, play around with your hair to tempt him into wanting to do the same. Number 5, wear revealing clothes. Be sexy for once. It's not all the time you have to cover up. I am a very reserved person. I like to cover up. But when it comes to my man, I know that men are visual. So I would like to take advantage of that visual play. All right? So make sure that you're wearing things that are revealing, that would accentuate your most beautiful parts or your most beautiful assets. If you've got the backside, wear your bum shorts. If you've got boobies, wear something that can give a little bit of cleavage. Do you understand? Wear your see-through clothes. See-through clothes, tight clothes, and deep cut necked clothes just draws a man's attention to your best features. So if you know your best feature, make sure that you are accentuating it. Make sure that he sees that. But then again, you need to dress to flatter your form. Please do not shy away from revealing what you feel comfortable revealing. Now, assuming that both of you are going out on a date to dinner, this is where number 6 comes into play. It's just try eating your food sexually. See, you've got to give your man the view. Eat your food like you are making love to it. I love it when I see women biting, even men, they bite into their food slowly. Some of them, they don't do it intentionally. Maybe that's just how they eat. They eat slowly. It's more or less like they're trying to nourish every bite and, savor the taste. So there are some people who just naturally eat seductively without them even knowing. So eat your food like you're making love to it. Bite into that fruit and let those juices just ooze and maybe drip down your chin. Take your time on fruits or food that looks like human parts, like the cucumber. You could slide that sausage or that banana or that cucumber into your mouth slowly and intently. And in the instance of, privacy, you could lick your food, you know. See, non-verbal communication is more than half of the game. You don't have to speak it. You just do it. If you can do this right, you will soon have your man either red in the face or blushing or unsettled, trying to manage an erection, a bulge in the middle of maybe the second course meal that you both are having. Number 7, try making suggestive remarks. Use your words. Talk about how moist the cake is. And somehow just sneak the word lubrication in there. Like, I would like to lubricate this taco with this ketchup or with the sauce. And then when you try to put it in your mouth, you just, tastes so good. Listen, ladies, if you want to be a seductress, you can't be a seductress if you do not know the games of euphemism and puns. These are your best friends. You need to talk about how your meat is hard and use the sexiest, gorgeous, soft voice that you can fake. Men also love role playing. You wrap him around your finger. Number 8, see, you need to learn how to laugh and smile a lot. You see, one of the reasons why I went to do these braces is because if you go back to my old contents years ago, my teeth, the spaces were too much and I didn't really like it. It wasn't comfortable. People would tell it wasn't sexy to me, and I couldn't really smile. People would tell me, oh, you have a nice dentition, but I knew it was spreading and spreading. The spaces were spreading. And then I'm like, I'm not even up to how old. If I get to 50, how would my teeth look like? They would just be falling apart. No, I needed to go fix it. It was one of my major insecurities, right? I had to go fix my teeth. And listen, it's the sexiest investment I have ever made. Because, listen, your smile is everything. And guys love great dentition. Men naturally gravitate to women who smile and laugh a lot and they have great dentition. See, a huge percentage of men have generally said or confessed that the first thing that they notice in their partner is the facial features. Smiling and laughing is just a great way to make a man feel an ego boost. And they get turned on in your presence. If you check, most men, when they look at your face, they look at your teeth, they look at your eyes, or they look at your lips, they look at your chest. So all of those features, you have to expose them, all right? Now, I'm not saying that if you have bad dentition, like the way I considered mine as bad, that you should go fix it. If you're confident enough, go on and smile. All right? Number 9, try to whisper in his ears. The ear is one erogenous spot in a lot of people that a lot of people have, right? So even something as small as you whispering into his ears can make him really, really turned on and seduced by you. So learn to whisper in your man's ears. Just use any chance you get to lean in and whisper into his ears. Men love the proximity, especially when you're smelling good, and then the sound of your voice against your neck, your breath. See, you need to know that necks and ears are erogenous zones that can really turn your man on like crazy. So use that to your best advantage. When you're speaking to him in his ears, just be very soft. And then you can place your hands on his neck, right? Or you can even place your other hand on his lap. You know, your hand close to his lap is essentially close to the junk in the trunk. And then you're whispering something naughty into his ears. You have killed that man. Number 10, show your body off. If you want to be a great seductress, you need to learn to show your body. I'm a very shy person, right? I don't like to show my body. I don't. But I've come of age where I don't care anymore. I'm not getting any younger. So what am I caging myself? But you would never see me showing my body on Instagram. The most that I have shown myself is on YouTube. And maybe it's my legs or my shoulders. But nothing. You see cleavage? I will not show it out there in the world. But when it comes to me and my man, yes. Because you know what? Men are visual beings. So show your body off. Lean in over the table and then show him your cleavage. You can flip your hair back to reveal your collarbones and chest. See, I need you to know that flirty, playful movements that flatter your body and shows it off are sure to not go unnoticed by any man. And it's a great way to get the juice flowing, to get the rock solid. So don't even be afraid to be a little cocky about it. You could strut in less clothes in his presence, maybe in his apartment. He's sure to take it all in and feel the heat of your sexiness. So much so that he won't be able to resist you. Another way that you can seduce him and be that seductress in his mind is when you can play with your text. That brings us to number 11. Send him a cute picture. I'm not saying that you should send him nude picture. Nah. You know, in a world of seduction, you're not opening everything out. You're not putting everything out. You're giving trickles of carrots. You're dangling the carrots. You're not exposing it all out. Like I said before, men are visual creatures, which is why they like big butts and boobs, right? So put on a show. Grab your camera and find good lighting and a sexy angle. Send him a photo that will give him a heartbeat in his groin. Now, in taking a good picture, remember less is more. So leave something to his imagination to make the picture more erotic than pornographic. And also, let me just put this out there. Slow motion can be your best friend. So slow it down. Don't give it all up too soon. Number 12, send a sexy voice note. See, audio is a great way to turn a man on fast. And for me, it just comes naturally, right? I could be talking to someone, especially at night, I could be talking to someone and they think that I am using a sexy voice. And it's just my voice, especially when I'm calm. So take advantage, depending on the level of friendship or depending on the level of relationship that you're with this guy. I'm hoping that you're married to him. You can send him moaning noises or climaxing noises. And he's sure to be defenseless against your weaponry. Be relentless. You can mix the sex noise with dirty talk and make sure to call his name a lot. Men love hearing their women scream or call out their names, you know, in that soft, gapsy sound. Number 13, talk dirty. Tell him how badly you want him, how hot you are, and what you've been up to in the shower. Or you could tell him about that really, really, really naughty dream that you had about him. You know, tell him you want to taste him and don't hold back. Nothing is sexier than a woman who knows what she wants. So tell him what you want. Tell him what you want to do to him or what you want to be done to. Let your freak flag fly, baby. And you will have him in figurative handcuffs. Ask any man. They want to be dominated by their women. And quite a few of them are shy of just admitting that they want this because they don't know if the woman will sense them as weak. But men want to be dominated by their women because they've been the one doing the dominating. So you take them to the next level when you're the one taking charge and control. You're taking the lead. When you take the lead, you drive him crazy. Now, number 14, make sexual jokes. See, if you're still in the initial phase of your relationship, I think that cracking subtle jokes or subtle sexual jokes can make his imagination go wild because no man can resist a woman who is in touch with her sexual side and who is not just in touch with her sexual side, but she's comfortable enough to make jokes about it. And this is what it does. It will tell him that you're fun, you're playful, and you have a dirty mind. And for sure, it will turn him on. Now, don't be crass about it, all right? Just be subtle. Subtle is sexy. Have that at the back of your mind. Number 15, you've got to be mysterious. Don't put it all out there, even if he's grilling you for your life story. The truth is, we're all attracted to a little bit of mystery, and sometimes less is really more. That's why the guy that you really like, if he doesn't tell you much about himself, you find yourself longing to be with him. You find yourself longing to want to talk to him, to get to know him better. All right? That's because you don't know much about him. He's a mystery to you. And so you find yourself getting deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper emotionally involved with him. And that can be a dangerous game if he himself is not interested in getting to know you. All I'm trying to say in essence is that men love challenges. So don't put out too easy for him. Tease him and leave him high and dry sometimes. And trust me, he will love the torture. The more he is tortured, the more he is seduced by you. Seduction is just a tantalizing game. And everyone has their own unique style of playing it. You've got to find yours. The most important advice of all that I would give to you is to be confident and self-assured and have fun while at it. Everyone is different. And everyone has varied experience, varied preferences. So you need to explore your partner and enjoy, the wild sexual tension and the sweet release that it builds up. It's that sweet release that gets you crazy. So if you invariably want a man to fall in love with you, you need to build it slowly. Let there be a slow agony, such that when the time comes for a sweet release, he would know that he fought for it. He earned it. All right? It wasn't an easy feat. And that will make you unforgettable. Unforgettable. Even if you both are not together again, even if he never settles down with you, he knows that he can never forget you because you're one person who understood how to hold a man in her fingers without even having to touch him at all. So this is where I'm going to wrap it all up. I hope you enjoyed it. Until I come your way, when I come your way, do know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah!